So I don't really know how this happened, but my channel started becoming more and more anime oriented. And to be honest, I am not against whatsoever. So I'm kind of down. We are recording this on Twitch right now, which is included in my pinned comment and the description. But I kind of got to do the gauntlet now, because turns out when I judge everybody's anime taste, they don't necessarily like it. So now I have to put my anime list. That's the name of the website. I just made this quick list of a couple that I've seen over the course of like 15 minutes on my Twitch zone, and we'll probably update this in a future video. But I guess let's just get into it, man. Is there a dark mode for my anime list or no? Dark blue? Yes, dude, it's beautiful. Let's go. That's class. We have 98 anime to get to. We'll probably lie in the thumbnail and say 100. Now, I need to say this. I am not going to give something a 10 out of 10 unless it is no joke perfect, and I can't think of a single improvement that they could have done for the entire series. Even a 7 of 10 is still quite good. 0 is unwatchable. 6 and above is above average. 4 and below is below average. 10 is perfect. I will not be handing those out that often. But let's start with what I believe is to be one of the greatest shonens ever created in the form of Yu Yu Hakusho. Now, keep in mind, this is not a list on how good they used to be. This is how good the animes would be now in 2022. And in 2022, I will just say this. It's good, but Yu Yu Hakusho still holds up, but the problem is that it's still very, very, very dated. I want people to be able to look at this list and get an idea for what they can watch these days, but the characters are amazing. The story is amazing. The fight scenes are amazing. Even that one weird one where Hiei goes like sicko mode and they change the entire animation style and he like unloads in the dark tournament. That shit was crazy. But unfortunately, the voice acting and the OST and the animation, by today's standards, I would give it an 8 out of 10, but it definitely still holds up, and it is an incredible watch. Now, let's talk about something a little bit more serious in the adventures of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters GX. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Generation X. Game on! Get your game on! Come on, you gotta play your cards right. Jazz it up. Now, this is something that holds a very special place in my heart. This show is an absolute banger, and it is a good watch, but here's the thing. As with all Yu-Gi-Oh! series, and we can pretty much wrap these in the same bundle, they are garbage, but they are enjoyable garbage. Nobody would watch this shit if they didn't play the game, but it is still a fine and dandy average anime. But I'm gonna say this right now, every main character is a goddamn cheater, and I don't know what else you want me to say. Yakushoku no Neverland second season gets a fat 1 of 10 rating because, dear God, did you end the fucking anime with a slideshow, not to mention removing one of the most integral characters for learning the backstory of the other characters in the form of Golden Pond, only accessible in the manga. You absolutely fucked up. You fucked up so hard because Promised Neverland season 1 is minimum a 9. If they ended it at the first season, it would have been in my top 10 anime of all time, but you soiled it. Promised Neverland sets the bar incredibly high. Unfortunately, the way that they animate the children's faces makes me incredibly uncomfortable. Trigun, incredible. Now, here's the problem. I have seen Trigun 3 times. I don't understand why I can't remember what happened in this anime. But the other thing is, if I've seen it 3 times, it was probably pretty good. But this show, just because I can't remember it, I'm going to give a good rating. It must have been pretty good if I watched it 3 goddamn times. Tokyo Ghoul anime completely besmirched what the manga did to it. That being said, I still think Tokyo Ghoul is a enjoyable watch, but the problem is the anime did the manga so dirty that I would just list it as a 5. I don't know why animation studios don't just get, hey, if the manga was good, let's just copy paste it, but instead they decide, hey, what if we just fuck things up? Gurren Lagann. Now, I know for a lot of people, you probably want me to rate this a 10 of 10, but I'm going to tell you this, it's not a 10 out of 10. Gurren Lagann is a show that is incredible. Now, I have watched the entire thing about 8 times. I love it a lot. But the problem is that during this series, there's about 8 episodes where nothing happens and everything is fucking depressing. Not to mention, I would have liked the show better if instead of one character dying, the other character died, and the character that we all thought was gonna be the main character stayed the main character. It's still very good, but it could have been better. It's an 8 for sure. Shield Hero, 3. I feel like this show is incredibly mid. And here's why. How are you going to tell me that this is a show of a hero that has no offense and can only defend, and then he just just acquires the power to have offense. I really don't get it. Alicization, it's Sword Art Online, it's completely forgettable. I will give it a 2. Sword Art Online, completely forgettable. I will give it a 2. Sword Art Online, Gun Gale. Unironically, I actually liked Gun Gale a lot. I thought it was pretty good. A 7's probably pushing it. Let's give it a 5. A 5 seems more fair. Sword Art Online, the regular one, they have this beautiful arc, but then the main characters like hook up and they have a kid and then it completely falls off a cliff. I'll give it a 4. Steins Gate. Let's talk about it, huh? Now hear me out, chat. I think Steins Gate is an amazing anime. I've seen it multiple times, but keep in mind, this is my anime list. I understand that Steins Gate is one of the best anime ever created, but here's the problem. I like big boobies and fight scenes, and unfortunately, this show didn't have that. If it did, it would have a 10 of 10, but unfortunately, it did not have that, which is why Steins Gate gets a solid 9. Soul Eater ended with a friendship punch, but everything else was pretty good. They slaughtered the ending of this show. It is shocking. And the exact same thing happened with Shokugeki no Soma, but there was a lot more boobies, which I greatly appreciated. Fuck me, dude. Shingeki no Kyojin. Do you know what I hear? Rumbling, rumbling, waves are rumbling because you shit talk their favorite anime and then they're gonna shit their pants. Season 1. This is the part where like the Colossal Titan comes out. Solid 8. Literally amazing. Season 2. Also a absolute banger. Then the Historia arc happens and dear God, did I lose interest. And then I think it's gonna get better and it doesn't get better. And then the final season happens and I still don't care. I don't understand why the show couldn't have just been about fighting titans. I don't get why it had to become a political thriller. And it always was from the start. Suck my fucking dick. Isayama ending for Attack on Titan was to have everybody die. But due to the growing fan base, he fucking changed it. Oh, it was always supposed to be that way. No, it wasn't. Spirited Away. It's pretty good. This is a classic I used to watch on Adult Swim at least once a year. Back in the day, it was pretty good, but there's better shit now. Rurouni Kenshin. This is definitely a solid 7. I'm not going to put it in Yu Yu Hakusho tier, but Rurouni Kenshin was definitely an incredibly solid shonen. I feel like Rurouni Kenshin made in 2022 would absolutely blow a lot of shows out of the water, but once again, it's just old. Also, the theme songs absolutely slap. Some of the best theme songs ever, man. Prison School. Now, hear me out. I really like Prison School, and it has really big boobies, but I will understand. There's a little bit more thought-provoking stuff. This show made a different part of me think. I would recommend Prison School to anybody, but I recommend watching it alone. Pokemon, it's terrible, doesn't hold up, I apologize. One Punch Man Season 2 is a 7, One Punch Man Season 1 is a 9. Both are incredibly good. Noragami, 9. The topics discussed in this anime are incredibly near and dear to my heart. This show comforted me in a dark place like no other show did, and also Yato is gorgeous. You know what? Hold up. The yellow hair kid kind of sucked. We'll bump it down to 8. No Game, No Life. I don't get why they do so much weird shit with the little girl, but besides the little girl, the show is incredible, but honestly, it's embarrassing. The Natsu no Taizai, 7 Deadly Sins. This show's fucking trash. I would give it a 1 of 10, to be honest, if it wasn't for the presence of Escanor. Escanor completely carries the entire show, so that's why I don't understand the manga ending. Monster Musume. I like this show a lot. They have a lot of boobies, which I think is really cool. Princess Mononoke, 8. It would be a 9 if it had better animation, but I feel like Princess Mononoke is the be-all, end-all, greatest Studio Ghibli film of all time. Mob Psycho, once again, another 8. Megalobox, incredibly solid show, but I just don't understand why Gearless Joe has to be exactly that, which is gearless. I feel like the show would have been better if he just had gear. Kuroko no Basket is my favorite sports anime of all time. Only problem is that it drags super hard, and also the show's called Kuroko no Basket, but to be honest, it's about the big red hair guy who can jump big and dunk from anywhere anyways. But I will also say the green hair guy who can 3-point dunk from anywhere was the best antagonist, and it was all downhill from there. Kono Subarashi Sekai no ni Shukufuku wo Aqua, one of my favorite female characters in all of anime. She's so stupid, it's hilarious. Megumin, cute, adorable, everybody's a nose explosion. Darkness had me all types of fucked up because La Latina is all types of fucked up and a true advocacy of gender equality. Konosuba is the first anime to ever have me dying on the floor every single episode. Konosuba is at least a 7 of 10 by any account. JK, it's my first 10 of 10. I would not change a single thing about this show. It is a incredible show. Has to be either my number 1, 2, or 3 anime of all time. Kobayashi-san no Maid Dragon. I watched this show because Lukoa had huge breasts, and I loved that. And it was also very funny, so we'll bump it up to 6. Kimetsu no Yaiba, for the beginning, for me, was about a 6. But as this season, as it stands by itself, was so ungodly boring. Before Inosuke and Zenitsu came in, I wanted to fucking fall asleep. Now, Mugen Train was an 8. This shit was incredible, almost non-stop action, and the story of Rengoku was beautiful. And the ending of Mugen Train was so goddamn pain-inducing that I cried very hard. Kimetsu no Yaiba Entertainment District is my second 10 of 10. I love Entertainment District arc of Demon Slayer. That being said, I understand it's carried by its animation because no fucking way am I reading that manga when I know how good the anime is gonna look. Kill la Kill. This show was incredible. I love this shit. It was very good, but the reason why I'm giving it a 6 is because if the exact same story was told about 2 dudes, I would not care. You know what? Maybe I'm being harsh. It was a 7. Kakegurui, once again, very mid, but it's just gambling, and the show wouldn't be good if the characters weren't so hot. What is Kaifuku Jitushu no Yaranaoshi? Is this redo of a healer? Bro, this show sucked. It was literally just a shitty hentai. Jutsu Kaisen is a TV. It's incredibly solid. Just knowing what happens in the manga makes me lower my score because Jesus Christ, the anime watchers for the show are gonna be so disappointed when they get caught up with the current manga. Stone Ocean. This is my least favorite JoJo season. Everything of importance is completely neglected by the ending. It's a 5. Now, Vento Arreo was fucking awesome. This shit was incredible, but here's the problem with Vento Arreo. There was supposed to be a fight with the traitor, but it didn't happen because Araki didn't want to write that, which is a shame. Diamond is Unbreakable is another solid 7. It drags hard, but the problem is that it came off the heels of Stardust Crusaders, which is, for me, peak fiction. Every single episode was a joy. Even the filler, I didn't even care what was happening because my love for the main crew was so high, I didn't give a shit what they were doing. The first part was okay. It was pretty damn boring, but still, these are all still incredibly good. Hunter x Hunter is incredible. When your worst arc is Chimera Ant arc, you're doing pretty damn good. That was a part-timer. It was pretty shit, but I watched all of it. Son of Ogre. Oh, this is the prison fight. This shit dragged, but I loved it. Haikyuu is mid. I think Haikyuu would have been better if it had superpowers because I don't give a shit about watching a bunch of pussy little kids play volleyball and get their ass kicked at every turn because their main kid is too afraid to hit the ball with his fucking eye open. Great Teacher Onizuka is incredible. Truly a cult classic. Golden Boy. It's a classic, dude, but it's so old. If it was made in current time, I'm pretty sure I would also give it a 10 out of 10 because the humor was good, the plot line was good, the animation was good for back in the day, but it just doesn't hold up. Ponyo is also an incredible Studio Ghibli film. The problem is, last time I watched Ponyo, I got my dick sucked, which was awesome. Full Metal Alchemist, I'm talking about Brotherhood, I'd give it an 8. The only problem is that it is very dated and there is better shit now. The humor doesn't land at all. The theme songs are good, but the overall background music is not that good. The animation is decent, but as far as the storytelling goes, it is peak. Fooly Cooly was really good, but I don't remember it, so I'll give it a 6. Dragon Ball Super was enjoyable garbage. Dragon Ball Kai was actually incredibly good, but it took out the blood, so I'll give it a 7. Dragon Ball is still very good, but it's held back by its animation. Dororo! A show that I thought I figured out on episode 1 that kept me guessing with surprises and twists almost every single episode. Everything about this show is dynamic. I love every single characters. I hate every single bad guy, and that's something that rarely ever happens. This is one of my favorite shows of all time, and it is my third 10 of 10 show. Devilman Crybaby would have been a 5. I'm gonna bump it up to a 6 because Emiru explained the end to me, so now I get it. Death Note fucking slaps. The only problem is, we all know where the ending should have happened. Still, it's a classic, and it holds up. So I'll take this potato chip and eat it. Dead Man Wonderland, watched all of it. It was shit. Not a fan. Darling in the Franxx, it fell off so hard. Go to 4. Cowboy Bebop. I'm on my 3rd watch through right now, and I still don't understand what the main plot line is. I think Cowboy Bebop is very good, but I feel like it's to be more appreciated as a piece of art rather than an anime. I'll still give it an 8 of 10. My Hero Season 1, I enjoyed it. My Hero Season 2, I enjoyed it. My Hero Season 3, I enjoyed it. My Hero Season 4, I enjoyed it. My Hero Season 5, I enjoyed it. But here's the thing. The show would be better if they killed Deku and made Mirio the main character. B-Stars, I'm not a furry, I promise. I love this show, though. Is this the one with Muhammad Ali? Oh, it is! Fuck, I love this arc! Oh my god, the fight scenes were incredible. The ogre was so goddamn good. And Muhammad Ali, holy shit. Baki, the original series, was okay. Akame ga Kill, what the fuck? You did all that goodness just to throw it down the fucking drain? For what? Air Gear was so good. I don't understand, why did they cut Simka's hair? Her character entirely fell off. Vinland Saga, still watching. I'm enjoying every second of it, but I don't want to rate it yet because I haven't seen all of it. Tokyo Revengers, once again, from what I've seen, it's very good, but I haven't finished it. Slime, I haven't finished. My Dress Up Darling, show's really good. A lot of people complain about the main protagonist being like a wooden plank, but to be honest, if the girl was that hot, showing her breast to me and her ass to me nonstop, how else am I supposed to fucking act? Bro, all of my blood would have left my brain and gone directly into my dick. I'm not gonna rank this because I hate it so much. One Piece is so fucking bad. The manga is so much better. Mushoku Tensei, I'm still finishing. Mob Psycho season 2, I haven't watched. This show broke my fucking heart because I love cats. Made in Abyss, haven't finished it because dear God, it got so boring. Kaguya-sama Love is War. Bang! I love Kaguya-sama so much. And do you want to know why? Because it finally made me feel that someone is going through the same thing that I am going through in my brain, which is two hyper paranoid people who are both in love with each other who can't admit the goddamn truth. It is humor done right. It is romance done right. The animation is done right. The plot is done right. The storyline is beautiful. Dr. Stone is incredible, but I think the manga is better. I love it because there's not really anything else like it. The animation is beautiful. The storyline is beautiful. The worst part about Dr. Stone is Chrome and him saying, bad all the fucking time. Bleach falls off after the Soul Society arc, and the Black Clover anime is shit compared to the manga, but that is my list, and I hope that you can respect it. If you cannot, that is a-okay, and if you skip to the end of this video, that's okay. To be honest, if I pissed you off, that's all right, but I hope you listen to my reasoning for every single thing that I did rank, and I do hope you enjoy the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and if you disagree with something heavily, please leave me a comment and make me reconsider what I ranked it, and maybe I'll go back and watch it and change my ranking later. But here's the bottom line. I can't help that I don't like something more. I can't help that I don't hate something more. I'm just a human. This is just my opinion. And just because I don't enjoy it doesn't mean that I think it's wrong that you do enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing to my channel, Twoocy. Hit the bell to be notified for all notifications. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate this shit. Love you guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.